Hi, I'm Pauline Connolly, and I'm here at Molyneaux Tile, Carpet, and Wood, and I'm talking to Mark Millstine, who is a sales representative here with Molyneaux. And Mark has extensive experience with tile installation and the tile market, and he knows the best kind of tile to choose. Mark, but my question today, though, isn't about the tile, it's about the grout. I had a, not installed by Molyneaux, but I had a bathroom tile installed. It was a white tile, and I had white grout. And what happened in the bathroom is that, especially around the toilet and things like that, it got really stained and it looked terrible. So I spent all this money on this beautiful tile, but it looked terrible. And I know that I'm not the only person who's had this problem. What would you recommend for grout?
Well, grout can be a problematic part of the tile installation. Basically, it's cement that goes in between the tiles. Unfortunately, there's a groove in between the tiles that the dirt naturally settles into. And the grout has a lot of nooks and crannies in it, which the dirt then gets into. You can put sealers on there that will make the grout less likely to absorb liquids, but it won't keep the dirt from physically going into the grooves and causing the dirt and staining that you see. The best choice would be to pick a grout that looks like dirt, a darker color. Of course, there's many different colors that you can select. You would see more of a grid if you have a light tile and a dark grout, but the tile cleans up very easily. The grout does not. So certainly a darker grout color for the floor is a better choice, and then the wall you could choose a lighter color since you're not walking on it. Also, there are some cleaning agents that you can use, mostly a natural bristle brush that you can get into that groove and physically remove the dirt. Would help with the cleaning. Tile cleaners, they make specific cleaners for tiles on the market. You really shouldn't use vinegar since it will attack the grout and weaken it over time. Vinegar is a mild acid, so grout being more of a base type will have a chemical reaction and actually weaken the grout.
What about bleach? Can I just throw bleach all over it? Is that bad?
You could use a little bit of bleach in water, maybe some soft scrub if it's a light color grout, because the bleach will help remove some of the stain. You can also physically scrape some of the grout and just take the top layer off, or you can remove the whole joint and re-grout. So the grout can be a maintenance issue, but it's a necessary part of the tile installation because the tiles are not all exactly the same size. So you need the grout to kind of make up for that.
Is there a difference in the width of the grout? Like, would you recommend a wider width grout line as opposed to a thinner one?
The width of the grout depends upon the tile that you use. Floor tiles need grout with sand in them. And so you would use a sanded grout. If you're using a sanded grout, the joint needs to be larger than 1/8 of an inch. Most joint sizes are about 1/4 of an inch for floor tile. And again, it depends on the type of tile. A more irregular tile is going to need a wider joint and show a wider joint than a very square edge rectified tile. Wall tile has spacer lugs on the sides, and they're meant to be butt together, and it sets the joint size in most cases. So for wall tiles, you would use joint size less than 1/8 of an inch. You'll use an unsanded grout.
Okay.
And they're a little easier to clean because the sand does create some nooks and crannies for the dirt to get into.
Okay, so the first thing to do to prevent this kind of problem is, if at all possible, choose a darker color that isn't going to show it. And other than that, you have to be careful to maintain it, scrub it, and not...
You could put a sealer on it to help with the maintenance, but it's kind of like waxing your car. Your car's still going to get dirty. It just helps with the cleanup later down the road.
Okay, put the sealer on and then maintain it regularly.
Yes, the sealer needs to be applied 30 days after the installation. So we don't do sealing at Molyneaux. You need to let the water vapor expand out of the joint and dry out completely before you want to put a sealer on.
Okay, well, thank you so much.